Hey guys, welcome back to my crypto diary. In this video, I'll be talking about a beginner's guide to selecting a good masternode. So let's start off with what is a masternode. And according to CoinSutra, masternode is simply a full node or a computer that keeps a full copy of the blockchain in real time. And its special functions are to increase privacy of transactions, doing instant transactions, participating in governance and voting, and enable budgeting and treasury system in cryptos. But I'm quite sure you're here to learn about the passive income aspect of masternodes. So let's go to masternodes.online and let's check on the most popular masternode coin, and that would be Dash. So Dash is the most popular masternode coin out there. The problem is getting a masternode of Dash would cost you close to $500,000, $477,000. The good point is if you are able to purchase a Dash masternode, you'll have an yearly income of $33,000, monthly income of $2,700, weekly 635, and daily income of $90 just for having your coins in a wallet and have it serve as a masternode. So just to bring it down a notch, let's try to keep it in the sane world. If you're like me that doesn't have $400,000 to spend on a masternode, let's check on what we can actually afford. So I use these guidelines that I listed on this notepad here as a guide for me even researching um, a specific coin or cryptocurrency. So just FYI, recently, there's been a lot of forked masternode coins. So they fork Dash or they fork another coin and they generate a cryptocurrency just for the sake of it being a masternode. And because of the passive income aspects of it, they just market the coin as a masternode. So a lot of people get into it because of the hype and the passive income aspects, and then they get burned after that. It's just a pump and dump. There is no real development behind the coin, and you end up losing all the money you invested in that masternode coin. So here's a couple of guides that I think would help you in at least reducing the amount of time spent on researching your masternode coins you'd like to go through. So let's start off with the way I use masternodes.online. So first thing I would actually do is I would sort according to volume. And the reason why I would sort according to volume is this is the amount of coin that is currently being traded. And if you did have a masternode for that coin, you would like to be able to sell your coins every time you receive your payments. So having a high volume transaction should be one of the things you're looking at when you're selecting your masternode coin. So the next thing is I look at the masternode worth. So all the way on the last column right here, I check on the masternode worth because I wouldn't be researching something that I know I couldn't afford at my current state. So let's say, for example, let's go with an average investor, newbie investor. Let's say I only have a budget of about $1,000 to, let's say, a maximum of $20,000 to spend on a masternode. Let's just say I'm getting into masternodes. So once I scroll down, I sorted to volume. And then I scroll down here just to see what's something I can afford and what am I willing to risk. So $30,000 for Pura. We can do that. We'll check what this is. Um, Neos. Let's check what that is. Exclusive. Let's check what that is. Pure SmartCash. That's actually looking pretty good. Just $1,400 for a SmartCash masternode. And we can keep going down, but just get about stipend. All right. So I have a list of coins that I'm going to start looking at right here. Let's go back to my list. So after I chose something that's at least something in my price range, I check on the ROI. So that is return on investment. How long does it take for you to get your money back after you spent this amount? And I would actually use the most popular one, Dash, as a good basis for your ROI or return on investment. Usually, coins that show a really high, like crazy amounts of ROI are either new coins that's only been out for like a few days. Let's see here. Let's check this coin, Vigrant. So it projects it to have a yearly income of 152,000, but I haven't even heard of this coin, and why is it making more money than Dash? So if we were to check, the current price is $2 per coin. So why is that? How could it return $152,000? And immediately right here is the reason behind it is because this coin has only been out for about a week. So it may be worth looking into, but at the moment, by just this alone, I saw the price go from $0 to $30 down to $4 down to $2. It's not even worth it. I'm quite sure there's a lot of other Masternode coins that we can look at. So I'll just close that out. Let's get back to, let's just make sure I'm recording here. Yep. So let's check here. So ROI, my guide is I use Dash as my basis. Anything, I think anything higher than about 50% ROI, you're gonna want to do a lot of more research on it. Just because it's either there's not enough data and it's giving you a bad percentage for return on investment, or it's a scam coin. They're just pumping and dumping that coin. So next thing is the number of nodes. How many master nodes are currently out there? And check if those nodes are in separate locations or if they all belong to developers so that once the developers of that coin, so once they do release it, the only people that are getting money or they're getting the rewards are the developers. So market cap is the last thing that I check on. So market cap for me is the lower the market cap, the higher chance of growth, but the higher the risk for it. So here's a list of stuff I go through. Number one here is after I selected, I filtered out like the coins I'd like to further research. I'll choose a coin that I actually like, a project that I like and support. The next thing is I'm going to do a bunch of research in that coin. And the good thing about this website is they have all these links on the left side of their website. So let's say we went with SmartCash. A couple of things that you'd like to check on is their website, their GitHub. So their website, the primary things to check on is, aside from it being a masternode, check what other services they're providing and what problem they're trying to solve. Next thing is their GitHub. Their GitHub is to make sure that there's a current active development in that coin. So you'd like to see a lot of commits. So 651 commits and about 14 contributors. This is a good and active coin right here. So this is something good to see when you're looking for a masternode coin. So you'd like to know the developers, and when you do join their Discord, see how fast they respond to your inquiries. If there's like people having problems with wallets or payments on their masternode, you'd like to have developers that would help you at least within a day or two for you to get your payments. Another thing is, when was the last update that was done on their projects or on their GitHub? So what you'd be looking for is that it should at least be worked on within the past week or so, or at least some updates on it. So let's get back here. Social media. So when you're doing your research, just make sure they're at least active on social media as well. When was their last post? Like SmartCash right here, if you could check on this. Um, the last time they actually sent out a tweet was on just 21 hours ago. So that's actually a good thing right there. So next thing here is how many masternodes are active and how much is their ROI. So Pirl actually has their site here. This was made by one of their contributors here. Total active masternodes is 342, and the current price of that is about $11,000. You'll be making about $338 or 591 Pirl per month. So that's an annual revenue of about 35%. So that looks pretty good. Um, so after you've done your research, I would at least dedicate, let's say, at least a minimum of 3 hours per coin that you'd like to do research on. I know it does take some time, but at least reduces the amount of risk that you'll be taking when you're going to be investing your hard-earned cash into a masternode. So here's a couple of coins that I'm actually working on, and I really like the project. So the first thing is Pirl. I have a series on my journey to a Pirl masternode, and here's a couple of reasons why I like Pirl. So they have a great development team, and they have more to offer than just a masternode. It's a bit on the riskier side because of the low market cap at the moment, but I'm risking it because of the bigger growth. So if you were to check the market cap of Pearl, it's actually pretty low at the moment, but the growth could be, I could be getting 10x, 100x on this investment by the time I get my own masternode. And another thing is I'm currently mining it. So I'm not buying these Pearl coins. The only thing I'm doing right now is using my mining rigs to mine the coins for me. So another good thing about Pearl is that they're actually planning on getting different tiers for master nodes and paying you dependent on what kind of service you provide. So if you have a storage master node, depending on how many people or nodes use your storage, you'll be paid in that amount of Pearl. Same for the content master node and the primary master node. And they're actually working on shared master nodes for people that can't afford 10,000 Pearl or 20,000 Pearls. So another thing here is I have SmartCash. So SmartCash is actually a bit further in the game. They've been at it for a while now. They have working projects that are already being voted on, and the masternode isn't that expensive. I think it's only about $1,400 for a SmartCash masternode, and it's not actually really bad. Daily income of $3, weekly $23, monthly $100 extra. So if you just invested about $1,600 for a Smart Cash node, you can actually make $100 every month, which is actually pretty good. That's $1,200 raise every year. That's if the coin doesn't go up in value. So what we're looking forward to is the coin going up in value every year since it's actually legitimate project. So let's go to my last thing here is ZENCASH. ZENCASH doesn't actually have a master node, but they have, I think they call it smart nodes or something, or Zen nodes. Let's check on. So the good thing about this one is they don't actually require a lot of coins for ZenCash. Let's see, Zen. To have a Zen node. I think it's only about 24 or 25 coins. So I'll be linking some videos. There, secure nodes. About 10,000 secure nodes at the moment. So that's actually pretty good. It has a low barrier to entry. It's close to what SmartCash has to offer, about $1,400, $1,600 for having a Zen node. And ZenCash already has a good following. It has partnerships with other companies out there, and they have a good development team. And one of my favorite YouTubers, Voscoin, actually supports ZenCash. So that's the end of this video. I hope it helped out in you selecting a masternode. You can watch my masternode journey with Pearl. I post a video on it about once every 3 weeks or something when I reach. My next video is gonna be when I reach 3,000 Pearl coins, and at the moment I'm at like 2,100 Pearl coins. So um, every time I do that, I also give an update of what's the status and of Pearl and what changed from the time I reached that certain threshold of Pearl coins. So hope this helps you out. If you did like the video, please thumbs up the video. If it did help you out in any way, share the video to people that you might think might be interested in learning more about Masternode coins, or if they're just beginning, or if you just want them to avoid any of those scam coins. So have a good day, guys. Bye.